cartridges, hidden reset, 8-bit dreams, can't lose that bet. Floppy disks and arcade lights, Pac-Man, Frogger, we're playing all night. Simpsons in the background, neon in the air, 80s vibes, man, we didn't care. VHS tapes staying up too late, Saturday cartoons, can't wait to escape. Dial-ups humming, we're hacking the code, back when everything was in upload mode. Atari, Commodore, pixels on screen, living in the future was more than a dream. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades, TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. MTV playing our favorite jams, moonwalking with MJ, Neon Slam, Ghostbusters gear, we're ready to go. Chasing slasher scenes, fears in tow. Back to the future, hop in the DeLorean, Knight Rider cruising, man, there's no ignoring them. Battlestar Galactica, what a ride. Looney Tunes antics, pure joy inside. Blockbusters ruled, we lined up for days. Video games booted up in the pixelated maze. Movie marathons and popcorn nights, we ruled the screen, living in the lights. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high-score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school.
Today's episode is brought to you by PTZ Optics. Disability upgrade. New Wave Toys and their Replicate Amusements products. GG Retrobox. Get 3 to 5 games from your favorite series, consoles, and game genres delivered to your doorstep every month with GG Retrobox, the ultimate retro gaming subscription box for video game enthusiasts. Use code GRS15 at checkout to get 15% off your first box. And
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz. And I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Print issues come out.
I cut over a little bit early. What am I going to do? But I think my microphone's working, so that could be a good thing. So we have co-pilot Blue here, and he's really waiting for one of these little Scooby Bluey snacks. You're going to catch it, right? You're going to catch it? 1, 2. Dog never misses. So, well, welcome to Kicking It Old School. I think we have good audio here. So we'll go through the list of people in the live chat. It's on a Friday. These Fridays do tend to come quicker. I think the older we get, as much as the week is long, the week also goes kind of fast. I don't know. When we were little kids, that Monday through Friday seemed to take forever to get to the weekend, and the weekend even seemed long time. Nowadays, the weekend goes by in a blink, and the weekday goes by not quite that fast. But hey, we're back another Friday. We're kicking off the weekend right now and Kicking It Old School. But let's go through some of the people in the live chat. We have Victoria here tonight, Rob, Cat, the Be Me, Ed Ideas is here, Deffer One, Rich is here, Tim York is always here, Dr. Torque, Jim the Pacers fan, J Rod, of course, has got to be here. It wouldn't be a Friday without J Rod here. Who else we got? Sean here tonight. Paul is here. Gooperfoot, you always have to have the Gooperfoot around. Hello, all. Chris Williams is here, of course, working hard on the new version of Heavy Metal Titans 2 Blood Rage coming out in 2026. It's going to be a great game. Stephen M. Kal-El, 64 is here. Torque is here. Of course, Sir Sega. It wouldn't be a Friday without Sir Sega. Mitchell B is here. Hello, everyone. Host, we got to come down here. Usually right. What the heck is going on here? Well, I got the audio working for once after 160, 7 episodes. We finally got audio working right off the bat. So, what is what it is. But it is Friday, so that's all that really matters at this point. JJ's here as well. Who else have we got? John J is here. Saved by Zero. Again, it wouldn't be a Friday without Saved by Zero being here. So I'm glad he's here tonight, making a stop over here on the show. Who else we got here? We haven't got through everyone. Let's see. Oh, Video Game Vegas. Of course, another one of the longtime supporters of the show is Video Game Vegas. Dragon Gamer. Still waiting from Time Traveler from New Wave. Well, I think that's officially been canceled. I don't think Time Traveler is coming out anytime soon. I don't think you got a lot of good feedback on that one, which is a shame. It's a shame because, Space Ace and Dragon's Lair are not like the most playable games, but they're cool little eyepieces. And I even did one of my shows here showing how the holographic effect would work. And it's a shame, but I do not think that Time Travel will be coming anytime soon from New Wave Toys. But we are going to be talking about New Wave Toys today in the show. 1-6 Junkies here tonight. What's up, everyone? We have R.M. McCrae 114 here as well. Longtime person who enjoys this. Well, I don't know if he enjoys the show. He follows the show. And Thumper Squid is here as well. Here, hello, wonderful GRS gamers. I think we're getting down to everyone being caught up here. Let's see. Oh, PB&J. Got to have the PB&J. Got to sit down, get a PB&J and watch the show. Hopefully I don't make you vomit from my show and all the problems I usually have. We'll see if we get through today. Who else we got here? Wolf and Oz. Oh, man, brother, I haven't seen you here in a while. I'm glad you stopped by, Wolf and Oz. Now, people don't know Wolf and Oz. First of all, how can you not? Very big in making RetroPie builds and builds for a lot of these systems. So if you played on a Raspberry Pi and downloaded a build, most likely it was a Wolfenoz build, or someone may have borrowed from his and just never gave him the credit. Wolfenoz does a lot of great stuff for the community. I'm glad he's here tonight. Bill's Retro Gaming Show. I'm host from last week. Guest host. Bill, how you doing, my friend? The Thinker's here tonight. J-Ron, of course, we have a resident Jason, little alien here, who moderates the show, moderates just about every damn show on the internet. And Blue is still, I think, just eyeing these treats here. But I have to pace you, Blue. I have to pace you. You just had like 3. You'll get more. Don't look at me that way. I just gave you one a minute ago. I'll give him more. So we got a super chat from Jason. Cheers. Appreciate that, Jason. Thank you so much. I think we're caught up here. Going by just to make sure. Trying to get caught up here. Biggie D's Arcade is here. Biggie D's, welcome, my friend. He says, hey guys. Brian G is here as well. Sounds a little low. I have it cranked and it looks like it's okay on my side, so I apologize if it's coming low. But my system says it should be broadcasting. Maybe just because the microphone's not directly into my mouth like that. Maybe I can turn the mic a little bit over here, perhaps. Let's see if that's. Ow! Got chest hair. That hurt. Hopefully that makes it a little bit better. I think we got everyone here. John J. We have some love for Blue, of course. We all like Blue. He's 12 and a half right now. You'll be 13 in January, actually, won't you? You'll be 13. best dog. He's a Boglin. Father was a purebred Beagle, and the mother was a purebred Boston Terrier. And great dog, great dog. He just wants to keep eating though. Never wants to stop eating. We have Quantum FX here as well. Welcome. Sounds excellent. Thank God. Finally for once. Ah! I'm Patrick Murphy. He's here. I think we're all caught up right now with everyone in the chat. So welcome all you guys again. It is Friday, kicking off the weekend. It's supposed to be, at least in New York, it's supposed to be a really nice weekend here. We had a good week. For people who don't know out there, I did install solar this year. I wanted to install solar for a number of years in the house, and I was going to install a solar system from Tesla back in 2020, but they kind of screwed me over. I was actually almost bought a Tesla Model 3 actually in December of last year, and they screwed me then too. I don't know why I don't learn. So I didn't buy a Tesla Model 3. I didn't get the Tesla panels back then, but I ended up going with New York State Solar Farm, and they were really great. They did a great job. I got the panels on the roof, and right now, I've been using it now since I think like April, March, April timeframes when it went like online. And the system's got to get balanced, and the weather has to be right between rain and everything like that. But my panel meter was starts at 0. It crept up to 480 kilowatt hours. So that's obviously what I'd have to pay, and it was very minimal. Pretty much only paying like $40 a month versus $350 a month with all the electronics going on in the house. But as of today, between the nice weather and the nice coolness out there, my meter is now -7. So I was hit 483 kilowatt hours. I went down to 32109999999989997. So I'm actually below 0. So I built up a bunch of credits right now, which is what you want to do during the summer for the winter. So I'm pretty happy with solar panels. Some people don't think they work. Some people don't think it's worth it. For me in New York, we still get one-to-one credits. So every kilowatt I put out, I get a full credit back on it for the next 20 years. My rate is kind of locked in for 20 years, and nothing ever stays the same price. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm probably going to end up getting some more panels. I'm going to just put on the side of the house myself and get some of those like little power stations for like battery backup. But if you guys were interested in solar, you're good if it's installed before December 31st, I believe. You'll be able to get 30% off. So I got basically $20,000. We'll be getting $20,000 back in April from it. So it's very worth it for me. Out of pocket for myself, it's about $25,000. I'll get that paid off relatively quickly. And then it's free electricity at that point, as long as it's dog doesn't leave all the lights on. You gonna leave the lights on? Good, thank you. I appreciate that, Blue. So was this? Yeah. So I was going to get a complete Tesla system. I ended up not getting their panels, but I did get a Tesla Powerwall 3, and I'll tell you why I did that. I actually have a regular generator, not a standby generator, but a manual 8,000 kilowatt gas generator, and I have a transfer switch with a bunch of circuits on it. But my brother and son really have no idea how to use it, how to start it, how to get it working. So I wanted to make sure that if I wasn't around, if I dropped dead tomorrow, which who knows, and I know some people who are very ill right now, and I'm hoping they get better. But that's one of the things you have to worry about too. Not just dying tomorrow, but being really ill for a long time or getting something that makes you ill for a long time. So that can really mess you up as well. But in any case, I decided with a 30% off tax credit, it was worth getting at least one Powerwall 3 that if the power does go out for a couple of hours, I've seen from my house usage here with everything, it's about 8 hours, but I can definitely use less items to get it down to like 12 or 13 hours on that one Powerwall. Just make sure that, things are running like heat, the basic stuff, the pumps. But I'm going to add some batteries outside of that. Outside of that, that will basically allow me to build more credits and take some of the weight off of the Powerwall and kind of extend the usage out on that. I definitely recommend solar if you can afford it. I mean, right now 30% off on those tax credits does make it relatively in reach of most people. You don't have to get a big system. Anything you put on there is going to build up using less electricity and get some credits. One of the things they do in Utah right now is you can get an EcoFlow. It's basically like a standalone box. You just plug into your 110 outlet and put some panels on it, and it back feeds in the system. Right now, it's only legal in Utah. Hopefully, it'll come out to more states. I know it's way off topic, but I was just kind of excited coming home today and seeing my meter, which I'd gone up to 483 when it got installed, now down to under 0. So I'm building all these credits back for the wintertime. It's like a squirrel. You want to take your nuts, you want to put your nuts away, hide your nuts away, or be the ant and the grasshopper. The ant is putting away for the winter. So I'm just preparing for those things. And again, I want things to be here. So if I do happen to like drop dead tomorrow, why is this over here? Why is this over here? That's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be there. So I always mess up something. If I do drop dead tomorrow, at least my brother or my son would be kind of taken care of as far as the power was to go out in the wintertime. Because here, you have some baseboard heat that could be electrical or oil. But in any case, just food for thought. I put in solar, and I'm pretty happy with it. A lot of people in my neighborhood put them in, and they're pretty happy with it. That's not what we're talking about tonight. It was just something I wanted to oh, God, the cornercade. What's up, chat? So I have Blue here just because, I want to have someone here tonight. Just me and him, me and my buddy Blue. And actually, you know what? We're at a point in the time where I can go another one of these. So, but you're gonna work for it. So let's do up, up, up. Good boy. Give me a paw. Good boy. Speak. 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 Now, don't take my finger off. Most dogs do this. Be nice. Do not remove my finger when I give you this bone. I see you already got the Elvis look. Nice. Okay, so that's about as nice as he's going to get. I got all my 5 fingers still. So we're going to talk about a couple things today in the newer toys. One of the things I'm going to discuss today. And I did want to talk a little bit about Atari as well. I know Atari's got the new handhelds coming out, which I think are pretty neat. I am kind of thankful Atari is making some new consoles again. But I find it funny that they're releasing these handheld consoles, but like the Atari Lynx, which was a handheld, I don't see, at least not currently, any of their Lynx games ported to this new handheld system, which does have a spinner and a trackball, which I think is kind of nice. But I do also think it's a little bit on the expensive side. I do think at $175, that's kind of expensive. I'm going to wait that Atari gets down to maybe like 130, and maybe I'll bite at that point. I just don't feel like that Atari handheld is worth 175, but I know some people are going to bite on that and grab it. But again, kudos to Atari for at least trying to keep themselves back in the game. I think the handheld may do pretty well if they can release, especially the Recharge series. I know my friend Glenn Baisley is very excited for those Recharge games. I actually have not played many of the Recharge games. Whatever was on the Atari VCS, I don't even remember because I haven't plugged that in a while. I haven't played a lot of the Recharge games. But that is what it is. You can see here I have Phoenix playing on my Viper through MAME, which is supposedly one of the next new wave toys consoles to come out. And I admit I'm a big fan of Phoenix. Phoenix was the first arcade game that actually had an end boss, so that's where that kind of comes in to play. It's the game is a little choppy, even in the arcade, which was I always thought was kind of weird. It seemed there was slowdowns and a little choppy. But the game is a good game, and it was the one with the first end boss. So I do think New Wave Toys will do pretty well with this one. But I might as well get into some of this right now. So I, as you guys know, I do have a relationship with New Wave Toys and Shiloh, and great guy. The company New Wave Toys is the same as myself. They really do want to give you guys the best value, and try and give you guys the highest quality components for the price. Now, New Wave Toys, you can see the website I have over here, has taken pre-orders on quite a number of things. So I'm going to scroll down here a little bit, and they have the new Skeet Ball for $159. I think they're taking the pre-orders on these bad boys here, the 2-pack and this. So this is one of the things they have a pre-order in on. Another thing they do have is their pinball, the black hole pinball. That's been a couple of years. We're waiting on that one. And of course, we have the Golden Tee, which also is using my trackball in the base unit right there. And then, of course, you have also the Crystal Castles, which, again, Crystal Castles, it's not my favorite game in the world, but it's a fun trackball game. I actually preferred Marble Madness myself. If I was going after Golden Tee, I personally would have went for another Atari game, which most people don't have out there, which is Marble Madness. But Crystal Castles is still a good game. So obviously, we've been waiting quite some time for these to come out. I know Golden Tee, as awesome it's going to be, some people felt like, well, there's too many versions of Golden Tee out. That wasn't the right thing to do. But Golden Tee is still a very popular game, even outside of our group. So if you look at what people really just golf, this would be something for them. And actually, I know that New Wave Toys had gone to a lot of shows, golfing shows, to show that off. But everyone's like, Glenn, get to the point here. So he's had all these pre-orders out, and of course, the tariffs kick in. I think COVID was done, but the tariffs that kicked in, which kind of slowed things down as well. But Shiloh and New Wave Toys were starting to get things going. Now I can say that New Wave Toys had reached out to us, and they did complete their order for the trackballs. So I want to let you guys know. So stuff is moving. I'm not going to tell you how many trackballs. That's really something that Shiloh can release. I will simply tell you that a large number that made us very happy of our 3-inch trackball we designed for New Wave Toys for this project was uh, bought and paid for, and it was set out to his manufacturing plant, to begin production on. At this time, it is only the the golden T at this time. This guy right here. So this is the only one that's going to be currently in production. So we're still going to be waiting on the Black Hole. We're going to be waiting on Skeechu. We're still waiting on Crystal Castles. But there's a little reason as to why, which I'm going to get into. So I just want you guys to know that yes, this has been pre-ordered for quite some time, but the Golden Tee is now production is ramping up. We've delivered, or actually not completely, because there's a lot of them. We started to deliver our 3-inch trackball for the project. So the Golden Tee has begun production. But I do want to talk about what's kind of going on here, and I'm going to share you guys an email I got from Eduardo, who's one of Shiloh's right-hand men. So I'm going to share this email with you guys here, and he's basically telling me that Shiloh was hospitalized due to serious injuries caused by an unfortunate accident earlier this summer while traveling abroad. He was back in Canada, and he had gotten into a very serious car accident. I can kind of relate because my brother, fortunately, was in a very serious car accident very recently, but unfortunately, he wasn't injured. But Shiloh, unfortunately, did receive some pretty substantial injuries from this accident. Right now, he's focused on healing, physical therapy, and getting himself fully recovered so he can travel back home to Los Angeles. So he's still up in Canada, hospitalized with his injuries. Needless to say, this incident has now caused additional unplanned product development and production delays, but the show must go on. You have to remember that Shiloh is the person who has to approve everything. He's got to make sure everything, Blue, sit and stay. He's got to make sure that everything's up to his standards. And right now, he can't do that if he's been hospitalized, and he's got to really focus on getting well. I know we all agree. Now, we're excited to get our stuff, but we also agree that Shiloh's a really good guy. We want to make sure he gets better, and that's primary, the thing we want to do first. So we're focused on catching up one project at a time and currently dealing with moving forward on mass production of the Golden Tee, finally, which I can attest that we have shipped our trackballs for this project. So it has absolutely begun production. Once Golden Tee manufacturing has been completed, he will share updates of the other pending pre-sale items. Cheers, Eduardo. So I wanted to share that now. If anyone watches the Retro Show, Rex reached out to me last weekend, and he kind of talked about this as well in his show this week. I know he heard Shiloh was hurt. So that is what's going on right here. So I just want people to know that it is progressing. The Golden Tee has started production, and once that gets released and Shiloh is able to approve it and it starts coming out, he can start working and finalizing on the other items. So unfortunately, delays will be a little bit longer, but I think as we've seen from other previous New Wave Toys products, that usually it is worth the wait. The stuff is pretty awesome. I know a lot of people weren't excited for Golden Tee. I myself am because I don't own a Golden Tee. I have a couple of like Jack's Pacific Golden Tees, but the trackball kind of sucks in it. So I would like to play a good version of Golden Tee. And the best way to play Golden Tee is with your friends, with a couple of beers and a couple of sliders. And so that is still coming. And what I was saying right here, I can agree to this. Let me see if I can move Blue up here a little bit here because he's kind of in the way. Why are you in the way there, Blue? Where are we hiding? Do 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 do. Where is my little Blue? Oh my goodness. It's always hard finding him here. Well, I can't find it that easy, so maybe I won't move it right now. But I know it's kind of disappointing for a lot of people that they've been waiting a long time. You put your money down on a pre-sale. Now that's one of the things, pre-sales. I always tell people don't always do the pre-sales because stuff like this does happen. But generally, he gives a pretty good discount with the pre-sale. So and historically, it's usually been he would release a few of them a year. There's been a little extenuating circumstances right now between shipping, the tariff, which really screwed everyone, including myself. The FU right now is on production for like the March timeframe, but we wanted to have it delivered like now. But the tariff kind of threw that completely out of whack. Like, why can't I find with this thing with Mr. Blue so I can pull up the chats a little bit better here? Is it this one right here? This might be it right here. Nope, not that one. It's close. I'll find you here, Mr. Blue. It is. What is 60? It is that one. Strange. Go back. Hmm. That's more of these. This is the fun of doing things single-handedly with a screen with a ton of different things on it. Just trying to find these things. Well, it's not that one, so it has to be up here. Not that one. I'll find it. So, if you have two people, one person could be talking, another person's doing the moving. But unfortunately, I got to do both. And no, it's not that one either. Where the hell is it? All right, I give up. I'm not sure where that camera is. I can read from the chat anyway. Uh, Bink. So Bill says here, I got to play Golden Tee in my arcade with a GRS control deck. It's lots of fun. Still looking forward to a dedicated control to play this. I am as well. Town rumor, just send the refund and give the same discount when it comes out. I mean, that's something I guess he could do, but I guess the problem is he's hospitalized, so I don't know how he could do that. But I guess if he's watching the show, maybe it's something he could consider. But I know the hard part about that is a lot of these items they have purchased items for it. But I get both sides of the coin. When you're waiting a long time for something, you expect it to come out relatively soon. When these delays happen, it is really disappointing. The me. The difference between everyone else that makes cabs and Glenn is we get to see Glenn every every week. That could be good or bad, but then we got Blue. So he's the handsome devil here. He's still doing good. And you know what? You're drooling again. So let's do this again. Up. You always have to work for it. Up. Good boy. You want to shake my hand? You shake my hand? Good boy. Cole's got to get money for his games. Bluey got a treat in dog bones. What's this here? The Sith Fire 30. I wish Shiloh a quick and healthy recovery. I have to be honest, I'm a bit apprehensive with the state of things these days. The news doesn't make me feel much better at all. And I'm gonna be honest. I have I talked to Glenn Baisley. I talked to Bill's Retro Show, Bill's Retro Gaming Show. A lot of other people. Right now I'm kind of in a funk myself right now. Over a lot of things. I've been doing YouTube for over actually I think yesterday or today it's been 10. I've been producing videos nonstop for 10 years. I've been doing live shows. I've been doing my videos, and I'm finding it right now very difficult to like. I have a lot of things I want to do reviews on. I don't have the drive for right now. I think right now all social media has just been a mess as of late, and even worse past couple weeks. I just see a lots of crazy stuff out there that really is disappointing to me, and um, it's difficult. And I know a couple people that I know personally that are either very sick or hurt. And speaking of myself, I'm old. Throwing frisbee. I took my Cole's graduation party we threw I think in July. We're now in September. Throwing a frisbee, and this arm is like messed up. You think being a single guy, I'm not a single guy now, but being a single guy for a while doing that, think your arm would be good. But my Popeye arm actually hurts, Blue. What do you think about that? He's in K, he only wants bones. So that's a tough thing. We have Super Chat from Video Game Vegas. This is the first time we've seen delays from New Wave Toys. I think that's the main frustration. However, I want Shell to get better first and foremost. And I agree with you here. Let's give you a little cold banana time.
It's great. Yeah. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where ya? Where ya? Where ya? Where ya? Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where ya? Where ya? Where ya? Where ya?
And and that's the thing. We are a good group, a tight group, and we all obviously wish Shiloh to get better. From what I understand, the accident was a pretty severe accident, and he's been hospitalized for some time. So we want to make sure he does get better. But I also understand the other side of the coin. You know, I always tell people all the time is I understand it's your hard-earned money, which is why I always try to make sure I get my prices down as low as possible to everyone, uh, because it's money, especially now. You go to the store, you buy milk, eggs, and bread, and it's like 20, $30, which blows my mind. So I understand that part of it as well. But I think even the people who are disappointed with the delays that have happened between the Golden Tee, Crystal Castles, the Black Hole, and the Ski. Well, not so much. That's very pretty recent. The Black Hole and the Golden Tee and Crystal Castles have been, it's been quite some time. So I definitely understand that aspect of it. But when you do anything that's a pre-order before it's released, there's always a possibility of something happening, delays. At least we know, I think anyway, you'll be happy when you get it, and it's going to be right when you get it. And again, Shiloh in the past has always done really cool things. He's done lots of giveaways. He's given a lot back to the community. So, although yes, I understand it's disappointing and frustrating for sure, um, Shiloh's one of the good ones. He's definitely done stuff for the community. He's done a lot of giveaways. He's done a lot of uh, good things, people even behind the scenes. So and he's my friend. I'm not gonna lie. He's a friend of mine as well. I'm definitely concerned about him, make sure he's okay. But I also want to make sure you guys are aware of what's going on. And if you have frustrations, I definitely get it. Because $200 or $300 or more, depending how many things you purchased and waiting for them, it can be a disappointment. Just know when you do get it, I think you'll be pretty happy with it. My soul's with the hole. I can't wait for the black hole. Black hole. I like that one. I wish he had done haunted house. That was my game. Not that I don't like the black hole, but I really liked haunted house better. And Space Invaders, believe it or not, was a great pinball game. It had the don't, and the sound effects was a really good game. Oh, speaking of that, oh my God, is anyone out there watching Alien Earth? Is anyone out there right now watching Alien Earth? Put a one in the chat if you're all watching Alien Earth. There we go. Your favorite too. Your favorite too. Excellent, Smithers. Excellent. And what is going on here? Here it is. I got another super chat here. This time from Rob Cat. What do we got right here? People before Retro Toys praying for Shiloh. Everyone at New Wave Toys, you and Glenn hang in there. This storm will pass. It will. It will. And that's the thing too. People can't always have good days. People can't have good days. I sure don't have good days all the time. You know, I have a lot of friends. I've lost friends. I've lost people very close to me. Um, but even when those things happen, you never want to see anyone blue. Relax. Anyone in pain, hurting, nothing like that. And things do pass. Things are good, bad, and ugly. Uh, and I agree. I'm just right. I'm in a funk. It's just a YouTube creator funk. I think every single YouTuber out there at some point in time gets into a rut. They just do. And for myself, I know I spread myself awfully thin. I have a bunch of Facebook groups. I have the live show on Friday. I have, the regular YouTube channel, which I've had now 10 years. I have the GRS product line with T-Sticks. I work with New Wave Toys. I work with X-Arcade. I work with a lot of manufacturers as well, and talking to them. I am the support for GRS T-Sticks at times because it's obviously in the States. You can't always contact my China. They got to go through me. Sometimes I'm fixing equipment that goes bad. In fact, I had a couple of guns come back. My Target Pros come back. They're broken. They weren't actually broken, but somehow they lost the screws. So I had to put screws in it. There's nothing wrong with the guns, but I send them back. So even things like that. And I'm doing testing. I got to do testing on the Viper and the Viper Venom. I got to do testing on the FU. I have other things working behind the scenes. So I have all the things going on, and then I have my family. I got Cole, and then I got the girlfriend, and I got Blue, and then I have uh, my regular job, the one that actually pays the bills. I'm doing that. So I am all over the map, and I got to make sure everyone gets time. And I feel bad for some people close to me because sometimes I don't have time because I'm doing other things or understanding. But it's definitely caused problems for me in the past with all these things that I do out there. So to change gears, so some people here have seen the YS for one. If anyone's been watching Alien Earth, now I've only seen a few episodes in. I think I'm 4 episodes in, but I also watch the Critical Drinker. I think the Critical Drinker is an awesome YouTube channel, and I'm going to be disappointed. I think I don't know if anyone's got to the end. I'm not going to say anything, but from what he said, I'm going to be really pissed off that this is starting off really good, and it may go right down the effing toilet like Blue doing a poo in my toilet and not flushing it. Have you done that? You want to speak? Did you do that? Speak. Speak. Come on, you can do it. Speak. Speak. Dog never misses. So I might be a little disappointed with Alien Earth. So I've been telling all my friends you got to watch it because uh, the beginning episodes have been fantastic. It's been very Alien 1979-ish. So I was very excited. But if it's going where I heard it's going, and I've seen some pictures, I'm really gonna be disappointed and pissed off that they did a Rise of Skywalker. My expectations being subverted bullshit. So I'm gonna be really disappointed if that happens. Looks like we got another super chat over here. I go down real quick. Got a 49. Oh my God! What? Green Sammy 87. What are you doing? Don't spend that kind of money over here. I am the. Give me 99 cents, or don't even give anything. I'll still read them. But I really, we'll buy blue bones. We'll get you bones. Okay, we'll do that. So let me read this here. I'm so mad, busted, disgusted, and can't. Oh, why? Why are you so mad and busted? Green Sammy, is it over? Is it over New Wave Toys or is it over Alien Earth? Why are you so mad, busted, and disgusted? It can't be trusted. Tell me, what are you so upset about? Uh, I'm not going to give it away except if people are watching and want to enjoy it. I will say though that it's Disney. Disney owns Fox, and if it's what I heard from the Critical Drinker, I'm going to be fucking pissed if they did what they did. Um, I don't want to say anything more because I don't want to ruin for other people. But if you guys want to, if you are interested, please go over the Critical Drinker channel. It was released a couple hours ago today. If you want to see what apparently the season ended on, and you're going to be, what the living fuck did Disney now do to Alien? I'm gonna be pissed off about that one. I don't know. Well, don't spend that money here, dude. But we'll give it the blue food. Now look, I've only got one left. You're gonna wait to the end of the show to get the last one, okay? Don't stare it down. Lie down. Lie down. No, lie down. Oh, blue. No, no, lie down. I'm not giving you the last one. Lie down. Get comfortable. Thank you. And he gets up again. Lie down. Stay. Thank you. You're not getting the last one to the end of the show, buddy. He really is. He is. I've had a number of dogs, and they're like children. You're not supposed to have your favorites, but Blue is he's just a really good dog. He listens. He's the only dog I've ever had, and it's a beagle, no less. Only dog I've ever had. I can go outside. He will stay by me. If he sees a cat or squirrel or deer, he'll run. But if I tell him to stop and come back, he'll do it. My other dogs have been gone. You got to trick him to get back. He's really, really good. And now no, lie down. Lie down. Get comfortable. The show's not over. Thank you. Don't go to sleep. Whatever. He's a good dog, though. He actually sleeps with me now. I never had a dog sleep in bed with me before. I got right next to me. Every night, Blue sits down there and he snores and he farts, and they're bad. But he's 12. So what are you gonna do about that? Tim York, what do we got here? Glenn, it's not Alien Earth. Glenn, if it's not Alien Earth, we'll get it, man. They got something against synthetic beings. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, I've really enjoyed the first 4 episodes of Alien Earth. I really, really did. But if they did what I seen the the critical drinker said they did in the last episode, I'm just gonna be pissed. Like, why do you got to ruin it? Why do you got to do, a Wonder Ray in Alien? Sigourney Weaver, strong women were already in the show. You don't have to make things effing stupid. That's just really gonna be annoying. Let's see. Bo knows Tecmo. How you doing, buddy? Tell him that you go to sleep. Sleep. Well, he will. Blue will sleep. Lie down and stay. Thank you. No, no. Lie down. Stay. They're talking to Cole. Oh my goodness. So, the boys spin-off series. What's it called? Oh my God. What's the boys spin-off? Come on, help me out here. What's the boys spin-off show? It just came out. First episode was fantastic in that as well. Something V. I can't remember now what it's called. Gen V. Thank you, Bill. Gen V has been phenomenal so far. The first season was really good too. I really enjoyed the first season of Gen V, and they're starting this one off really, really well. Um, what is this over here? Bono's Tecmo. What do you got here? The episode 5 is where they go back to tell. Yes, I did see that episode. I did, and that was fine. That was fine. Apparently, it's where the season finale is, where you're gonna go, what the mother f did you guys just do with this with Alien? Remember, it is Alien. It is a creature that will find anything it can attach its face hugger to blow out of your chest, or it will kill you as an adult, or find you to make you more eggs for more aliens. That's all it does. Kills you or makes you a host for its eggs. That's what that creature does. It can be smart. That's what it does. Okay, it's not something you're gonna cuddle up with at night, like the fart blue over here does at night. So that's it. What is it? No wonder Glenn Booth thinks you have cameras in the back of your head. Actually, you know what? I do, in fact, right here. So I do have cameras in the back of my head. So I have, if anyone knows me, you can't get, this house has got more cameras than Fort Knox. So that is something that I have cameras everywhere. And got to thank Jill for this. She made this nice thing for me right here. That was the highlight, episode 146 with, and I felt bad audio problems on that episode with that. But in any case, let's go back to this one. There's a little blue, and I have cameras all over the place. I love technology. I love gizmos, and so I have cameras everywhere. I have cameras everywhere. Nothing in the bathroom though. Nothing in the bathroom. But everywhere else there's cameras. I even have cameras in my attic. If there's any rain, because I put the solar panels on the roof. If there's any heavy rains, I use the cameras up there to look and see if there's any poop cam. If there's any rain in the attic. So I have cameras up there, but I have them everywhere. It's not a spot I don't have a camera. So no one gets in, goes around my house or anything without me knowing it on the inside or the outside. So hey, call me paranoid. I think Blue's mad at me right now. So Gen V, if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend The Boys. You got to watch The Boys. That's a great show. It is bloody, so if you don't like gore, I could probably like it. But The Boys is phenomenal, and its spin-off Gen V is also really, really good. Again, I had high hopes for Alien Earth, and so far it's been good, but it looks like it's going to go right down the poop chute, I think. So that's that. We have 15 minutes left, and I think I covered pretty much anything I wanted to really talk about today. Again, it's been just difficult for me making content right now. I just, for some reason, I guess there's too many things going on outside right now. I have too many projects going on right now. I have people I know that are sick or not doing well, myself included. My poor arm here has been hurting. So I'm finding it difficult to really. Not that I put on great shows to begin with, but I thought I'd put on fun shows. Uh, and I do appreciate you guys coming in on Friday, at least kicking off the weekend the right way. But I'm not going to lie, I am struggling a little bit with keeping things on the YouTube channel going. Not working with the other stuff, but I find that a lot of my whole thing with the community was I want to build the community up. Like we all kumbaya, we deal with these companies. I deal with a lot of companies, and a lot of other companies are just, I don't know. I just don't like how they operate, I guess, and I wish they would be different. But hey, one thing about a consumer, and especially a retro gaming consumer, is we will see through the bullshit soon enough. So any companies out there that are pretending to be good products or good companies, everything will come to fruition. I just wish companies realize that if we do things right, if you treat the customer right, if you put in the extra effort now, all those things come back from your customers, because customers, there's nothing better than a repeat customer. Because once you get a customer and you lose it, you got to start from scratch. But once you gain a customer and you treat the customer well, you get a repeat customer. And that repeat customer will tell other people about the good experience they have with you or the product. In which case, then that builds organically. You now have two, and they tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and so on and so on. Old shampoo commercial. I think it was Valvoline. I don't know. It was not Valvoline, but it was some shampoo commercial. So it's always better to treat the consumer with respect, give them a good quality product at a good price, and treat them right, and you will build up that base. And there's just too many companies out there putting out shit. They're putting out shit. And what gets me, I guess, is there's too many people out there will just be like, God, this is the greatest thing ever. No, it's not. It's crap. It's crap. And that gets me a little bit because I put in so much effort and I beat up my team and my side of the guys. when I see something that's not perfect or close to it, and the price is too high or the quality, and then people are on other channels repeating the same, regurgitating the same thing over the same thing week after week after week over stuff that's really not that great. And they make it seem like, oh, this is the best thing ever. And I guess that just bugs me a little bit. Maybe that's why I'm really down, is when I see stuff like that. It's like, why put in all this effort when obviously everyone else out there is fine with shit? Then I say to myself, you know what? That doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right for me to give up and try to get these other companies to build a better product for the consumer. I just wish the other influencers would do that versus want to get a free product or just want to get in good graces with the company. I was in good graces with a lot of companies, which obviously, and it's well known, I'm not in good graces with a lot of the companies, because those companies treat the consumer badly. They release a poor product. They don't care about the product. They don't care about the consumer. They care about how much money they make on the product. And I guess it's one of my rants again. I should have had time left. I got the rant, but that is something that has been bugging me for a while now. When I see all these same people going over the same week after week, nothing new. They simply talking about the same stuff over and over and over again, and it kind of drives me nuts. I'd rather talk about nothing or doing something on right now than talk about products that are not even out. It's all rumor, and when you look at it, you can see it's Arcade 1 Up 2.0. It's like, what is so great about those products? I don't get it. Myself, I do know we all went through that fad. I understand when Arcade 1 Up first came out, it was a big deal because they were the first one to do it. And at $2.99, they weren't a bad deal at $2.99, but they're not $2.99 anymore. In fact, what they're releasing now is total garbage. The skinny cades, or what they call them nowadays, they're just not good cabinets. And I'm not gonna badmouth Basic Fun because we haven't seen them yet. We have pictures, we haven't seen what they're like, but aesthetically, they look like Arcade 1 Up 2.0. And I just don't understand why people get so excited over a product of inferior quality. I just don't. You have people like well, I will go through. There's so many people building arcades, even outside the FU. I know mine's not even out yet, but there's a lot of people build quality arcades now. Why not talk more about those? Try and build up the smaller people, like GI Joel. GI Joel, I know he's a one-man show. He's building a really good cabinet. Why not talk about that 500 or 600 times and get him more in the spotlight versus talking about Basic Fun Arcade 1 Up for this 2 millionth time when it's junk? Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. I know you guys have to hear me rant once in a while, and that was kind of another one of my rants. I'm sorry. But it's supposed to be a nice weekend this weekend. So I'm going to try and de-res, have a good day tomorrow, and do some things out. What do we got right here? Bloop. The bee either scramble like they scramble like cockroaches when it's supposed to light. Well, it's what gets me more is that everyone tries to be impartial. They do, but you know what? The entire community definitely has its cliques. It definitely has its cliques, and it's obvious where those cliques are. Again, nothing wrong with that because this is America. Everyone's entitled to do what they want. But I don't like, I guess I don't like phony people. Um, or I shouldn't say phony people, but don't act like everyone's your friend when you know that there's certain people that don't. I'm personally, I am friends with pretty much everyone. If I'm not a friend with you, it's because of you, not me. I put up with a lot of people. People have their opinions of me and my stuff and things, but you're entitled to your opinion. I'll never tell anyone that they're not entitled to their opinion. I don't have to agree with that opinion about myself because I know who I am as a person. I know who I am with my friends. I know how I treat other people with respect. And one thing I really pisses me off is if someone has a problem with somebody else, don't fucking go through me to communicate to that person. Okay? because I'm not going to do that. If I'm friends with person A and friends with person B, and those two people, A and B, have a problem, I'll talk on your behalf, but don't throw cannon fodder at me to give to them or back and forth. I'm not going to do that. And again, that's probably another thing that's been bugging me a lot lately, because there's a lot of YouTube channels out there, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. You don't have to watch their stuff. If you don't agree with a certain YouTuber or don't like their content, the beautiful thing is, don't watch it. But if you watch it and I know that person and we're friends, I'm putting it out there now. Do not go through me to get information on the other person, because I don't fucking care. And don't have me pass things between you. I have a hard enough time sometimes with people because I don't like conflict. I want people to get along. And when people don't get along on a personal level or in a situation like this, it bothers me and it keeps me up at night. So for everyone who's watching the channel, I'm sure there's people even watching the channel, maybe think it's about them. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. All I'm saying is I treat everyone the same way. When someone gives me information, unless you tell me it's free to share, I don't share it. I do not get into the drama. That's the number one thing I think a lot of guys know, but some guys don't. But if someone tells you something in confidence and you don't repeat it, you don't have to worry. If you get information and you blab your mouth, that's on you, and you got to deal with it. So anyone's ever told me anything, unless they told me, Glenn, it's okay to share, I don't share it. And that saves a lot of BS. And I know that certain people I do know had told me and a few other people, and they came at me saying, Glenn, did you talk? I'm like, no. Well, I think it was you. Well, I'm glad you think it was me. I don't repeat stuff unless you tell me it's okay. I'm an adult. I'm not a 12-year-old. I mean, I act like a 12-year-old sometimes, but I'm not. So when someone tells me something, it stays with me unless you tell me it's not. So again, that's my second rant for today. And I think it's maybe because these are things that have been bothering me. Maybe that's why I've been in such a rut lately, not want to do content, because these things have been kind of compounding on me. So I appreciate all you guys here and listening to me, because maybe it's good therapy for me. But like I said, poor Blue. Don't worry, Blue. The show's almost over, and I'll give you the last bone. But I just wanted to say that. So if there's a YouTuber out there has a problem with another YouTuber out there, you can talk to me about it. You could talk to me about it, and I'll give you my opinion. But don't ask me to say, what did he say? What did they say? Because I'm not going to tell you. That's not my place. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. You want to get something off your chest? That's fine. Don't ask me to relay it. Don't ask me to say what the person thinks, or did this person say this about me? Because I'm not going to tell you, because I'm not 12. I'm 56. I'm an adult. So for people out there who talk behind people's backs, for people out there who talk shit behind people's backs, and then it gets out there, and now they're doing damage control, I'm not here for that shit. You guys got to deal with that. You created that drama space. You deal with that stuff. I am here for my fellow YouTube people watching the show, you guys, which I appreciate, and people who buy the products, or people who want to talk about the products or talk to me. Anyone can talk to me, but I'm not here for drama. And I think I'm going to leave it on that. Actually, I'm going to give Blue. I think he's falling asleep, and I'm going to do this. Let's say, Blue, you want a bone? You want this? Do you want this? Up, up. Come on, come on. Just give me a paw. You want to say goodbye to everyone? Speak. 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 Okay. Please do not take off my finger. Please do not take my finger off. Please. He'll never learn. So again, I do appreciate you guys tuning into the show. Again, it wasn't really anything. I didn't have my heart is not in it, and I'm hoping that maybe this getting these things off my chest tonight maybe will help me get back into where we were. What JJ? What the hell is Glenn's ranting about? Who knows? I rant about all kinds of things. But I appreciate you guys. Listen, I say this now, and I say it at the end of every episode because it's as true can be. I can tell you that was, uh, I work for a hospital system. There some people go into hospital don't come out. Let's put it that way too. So remember, you always tell family and friends that you love them. Tomorrow is never promised, and I've said that for years, and I'll say that to the day I die, because tomorrow is never promised. And even people who don't give a shit about you anymore, and you guys were tight at some point, still wish them the best. That's about all you can do. I am slowly going to improve myself. You know how I'm improving myself is getting things off my chest. And maybe that's what my show is going to be for the next week or two, and get these things off my chest. But I really appreciate you guys. I will tell you that the FU is still doing really good. We're doing a lot of testing on the back end. Again, please give your best wishes to Shiloh. If you guys want, you can email him at his, at New Wave Toys. You want to send Shiloh get better, because the poor guy can probably use some. He's probably stressing himself because he knows these products need to get out there, and he's probably stressing. He's got to worry about right now just getting better. So maybe some good thoughts from the community would help him out. But listen, I appreciate all you guys. I'm telling you right now, all you guys here, I appreciate every one of you guys. I really appreciate you coming in every week. I love you to death. I need you guys, and I need you as much as, well, you don't really need me, but I need you guys. On that, have a great weekend, and well, game on. And we'll leave it at that.